Hi everyone, my name is Chloe, and in this short video, I will be talking to you guys about transitional words and sentences. I'm going to explain to you why you should use them and how they will benefit your writing. I will also explain the 6 different types of transitional words and give a few examples for all of these. So let's get into it. First, you all need to know what transitional words are. Transition markers are words that are used in order for you to deliver the information in a simpler and more organized way. Transitional words are not necessary in sentences, but should be added in order to improve your text. Next, you all need to know why and how we use them. We use transitional words in sentences to make our text more fluent and more understandable. They will make your sentences flow together instead of these being choppy. Using them will also help you improve your vocabulary and organize your information. For example, in a persuasive essay where your goal is to convince someone, these will be useful. Using these in your essay will add formality, which will make you seem more accurate. Formality will increase your credibility. Here's a perfect example of the difference between two texts, one written without transitional words and the other written with transitional words. I wrote these texts on why I believe water is wet, and you can all judge which one was more convincing. This first text does not include any transition markers. Here it goes. Water is wet because when you touch water, it feels wet. Water is wet because as soon as you enter water, you become wet. Water is wet because it is a liquid and liquids are wet. This next text will use the same arguments but with transition markers. Here it is. Firstly, water is wet because when you touch water, it feels wet. In addition to that, water is wet since as soon as you enter water, you become wet. To conclude, water is wet as it is a liquid and liquids are considered wet. You were all probably more captivated by the second text and were probably more convinced since the level of formality was higher. Formality will probably make people believe you more since you'll really seem to know what you are talking about. As you all know, transitional words are used to create links and relationships between information. There are many types of relationships and links that can be created, but I will talk about 6 types that you will use most often. The 6 types are addition, emphasis, comparison, effect, order, and contrast. The addition will be used for you to add information or details to something that was already mentioned. Examples include as well as, furthermore, also, and in addition. Emphasis will be used to precise or to accentuate some information. Some examples are especially, in particular, certainly, and obviously. Comparison will be used to compare or to point out the similarities between two things. Examples include similarly, likewise, equally, and like. Effect will be used to show the conclusion or the result of something. Examples are therefore, because, thus, and hence. Order will be used to organize the timing of your text. Examples include first, previously, before and after, and finally. And lastly, contrast will be used to clear up or to put in evidence the difference between two things. However, on the other hand, in spite of, and conversely, are examples of this. Finally, the 6 types of transitional words are addition, emphasis, comparison, effect, order, and contrast. Using these devices in your text will make them far more effective and fluent. It will also help you deliver your information if you use them accurately. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you will all be using transitional words and sentences in the future.